going to be contested heavily here in the first phase of the draft, and we'll see exactly that.
Let's see. Again, Alter Ego will start the blue side, and Evos Glory will have to sit on the red side. Alter Ego, though, they opted for the Guinevere and Faramis ban, and Evos Glory, CC, and Mathilda. Now, seeing this pattern already, Alter Ego, will they prioritize a mid lane pick?
Mid lane pick, I think there's a lot of good ones, especially considering that setup is a big thing, right? The mid laners bring a lot of wave clear, especially the current meta ones. That'll be relevant in the rotations. But I was about to bring up the Ruby pick that has risen meteorically in popularity. And if you look at the bans for both these teams, Alter Ego, they seem to really be centering around all that utility, the team kind of set up. And for Evos, with CC in the bans, it seems more towards the the pick-off, the individual pressure playmaking. So maybe Evos are going to be taking the helm here in aggression.
If they do want to look for aggression in the early game, they might have to ban out this Joy. Take it away from Taz, man. I think they should know more than anyone how Taz would do on an assassin as aggressive, as broken in the meta as Joy. And right now, it's still up for grabs. I don't know if they want to take out another hero. Maybe this is a bait to see that Joy and then pick up a counter.
My own path.
Not strange to see Coach Theo take the risky side of ways here. And they ban out the Arla, taking away a playmaker for Pride, but leaving the Joy up for grabs. They don't go for it. They trade. Nolan.
Oh, okay. We low-key forgot about the Nolan pick here. Taken by Alter Ego and Evos Glory. Are the ones who have the chance to pick up the Joy alongside perhaps a Claude here. Really like the Claude, super red, super aggressive, and according to the K2V, he needs to play independently.
Yeah, independence on the Claude is a lot more manageable, but against the Nolan, it's a lot of damage, but you have to keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, back at home, Nolan now does not remove his debuffs when he uses his ultimate, so it's a lot riskier. I think I agree with Mirko when I say the Joy seems to be a bit more flexible and a bit more offensive for his team as well.
Break all the rules.
It's going to be a carry and a Novaria. They're just ignoring it, man.
I think the idea is enemy team has already picked up a jungler. We don't want to contest the Joy now. We can just pick it in the last pick of the first phase. So no real prio there. They go for the Novaria, which has been one of the best, if not the best, most contested mid laners, even in the previous tournament that we saw.
And expect a lot of Barrett versus carry.
I'm not a fan though. I'm sorry. Not a fan of the carry.
For early game?
I'm just not a fan of carry.
Oh, you're not a fan of Gary, okay.
30% win rate last tournament too.
It denies a lot of options for Alter Ego though.
This is the thing, man. You pick up the carry. It's in lane, you're surviving, you're trying to go for that item power spike, then you meet this guy. The Nolan pick is all a setup for the Harith. Why the Nolan is a bit more prior than the Joy is because it enables this Harith to come through. This is a disgusting pick.
Oh, and along with that Vexana, man, that's a lot of crowd control. And we talk about Novaria being prio, having wave clear and intel. Against the Vexana, it's quite even. I think the passive, where whenever you clear a minion, it blows up and does damage, that allows the Vexana to actually match the Novaria in wave clear. It's as fast, if not faster, than Novaria.
It makes sense. And let's see though, Alter Ego in the second phase, they need peel, right? They need someone that can peel, but it can backfire because on the other side, they have a carry. So let's see how will Alter Ego approach this one. Will they pick up a Kufra? Will they pick up perhaps a Charles later on? But Evos Glory, they opted for a Phoveus. Why? Dash heroes, right? Pretty straightforward. You pick up a Harith and Nolan, I'm gonna pick up the Phoveus.
Well, in a way though, against the Vexana, that is terrifying, literally, right? The Phoveus might attempt to just jump in with the Demonic Force again and again. You get hit by the Terrify though from the Vexana, and that's lights out, man. It lasts for so long, it's very easy to hit. So I think if Evos wants to go for this, they have to find other ways to try and distract the Vexana as well.
See here again, second phase. It's already a Grok ban, right? Somebody that can enable, somebody that can peel as well. They opted to ban it out for the side of Alter Ego. Now, Evos Glory, will they bank on the roamer? Is that the wise approach, or should they ban the EXP as well? Because somehow Yuzong seems quite scary.
It does, to dive to the back, Novaria and carry, very, very vulnerable targets. Benedetta, though, we haven't seen Pi on the Benedetta for a long time. Something that comes to mind as well is Paquito, but same problem for Pi. We haven't seen him play that hero. When Alter Ego need a backline diver, they usually opt for the Lapu or to use
Terizla maybe, but it's not really meta per se. So yeah, Alter Ego though, they opt for a jungler ban here, right? The Baksha, I feel like it makes sense because they do not want to give Evos Glory a chance for that early game.
I think they want to make sure that Evos doesn't have any options to really try and take pressure away from the carry as well. With the Baksha, you can be roaming around, and even if you don't get kills or get good ganks off, you're exerting pressure, you're pulling focus away from the carry. And I think for Alter Ego, the idea is to shut down this carry as hard as possible. And if that happens, it's going to be very difficult for Evos to come back from that.
And that's why the ban from Evos, I think, is really, really good, the Uranus ban. This is a pick that, or a ban, a choice that has seen a rise in popularity just recently. Even in MDL, I've seen a lot of bans towards Uranus. And it's very interesting because we don't actually get to see a lot of Uranus games. We'll have to hope to see one of those games because I think in their scrims, this has been a very good answer towards some of these kind of compositions like Evos are going for. The kinds that Evos are going for right now with a little bit more poke and maybe on the marksman side, you don't really have the chase potential.
Are you my next conquest?
All purple here, up to this point for the side of Evos Glory, adding Martis in their arsenal means what? They want to somehow contest the early, right? They want to invade jungles, they want to contest turtles as well, and perhaps, possibly, they want to grab kills as well. Can Alter Ego pick up a hero that can peel that early game?
I think peel is important, but I think they want to go a bit more aggressive. So just crowd control and more setup, even possibly. Because if you look at their bans, right, the Baksha and the Fredrin, these are usually heroes that are able to just stay in the front, be annoying, survive for long enough. It seems like they have no issue going up against an assassin. They want to make sure that if Van oversteps, they can zone him away from the objectives. And I think that is the main idea. It's going to be Tigreal and Terizla, more setup, Goni, but also the counter, like you said, from the Tigreal.
Again, the carry pick somehow denies the Terizla and Tigreal, but Alter Ego trying to two-head the draft. We don't care. Implosion, we don't care. Penalty zone, does this work?
There's going to be a lot of purifies for the side of Evos Legends to try to counter that Terizla, but I think I actually like what Alter Ego are trying to do here, right? They have set up for that Tigreal quite well with the Terizla and even the Vixana. So they're trying to layer their CC over the purifies that they will 100% be expecting from the side of Evos Glory. Last pick, Fovi's already picked up. Into the XP, they just need a roamer now, and they're going to pick up the Minotaur. An amazing pick here up against Alter Ego to try to face off against that dive.
It's a man versus beast in that roamer position. Who will grab and strike first here? Seeing the 10 heroes that will enter the land of Dawn. Arashi, any final thoughts?
I gotta say, I want to go with Alter Ego right here, because Evos, on paper, it looks great. They have peel, they have damage, but if you look at it, if you imagine both these compositions dancing around the objective, the Lord, for instance, who exactly can stay in the front and take that damage, right? They don't really have any staying power, and they have a minimum amount of sustain coming in from the Minotaur, but that's about it. They can't even dictate when the fight begins, right? All the engage and counter-engage are in the hands of Alter Ego.
Okay, very good point, but seeing on paper here, right? Anything can happen in the Land of Dawn, but on paper, early slightly favors Alter Ego.
Yeah, even the lineup rating overall, 7.8 compared to 5.0.
That is massive. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, Season 13. Let's enter the Land of Dawn for our first match. It's Season 13. Take a look at the birds of MPL ID, and let's go to the Land of Dawn.
Here it is, big match coming up. Alter Ego versus Evos Legends in the Land of Dawn. Boom. Early mid control is going to really dictate how the pace of the game is going to be, and it already looks like, for Alter Ego at least, they want to utilize that early aggression.
You can see here they are trying to exploit that fact, and as expected, Mirko 3 purifies on the board for Evos Glory. Meanwhile, Alter Ego here still just hovering around, looking for an angle perhaps, but because of the Martis pick, it seems like it hinders the aggression. Oh, who gets it? Who got it? And it's Sylvan.
I think Van still gets that, fortunately for him. But Rossi is just relentless right here, trying to get more, trying to be a bully in the early game. That is what Alter Ego can use to their advantage. They have a lot more beefier members. They can push away the members of Evos. We're seeing it already also early in this game. But what really stands out is the amount of impure rats I'm seeing in the Emblems, man. There's 4 of them in this game. 5
of things as well, but not much action here for the first 2 minutes, if not 1.5 minutes. Both teams just trying to feel each other, looking for the other teams to perhaps make mistake, but I expect perhaps the first blood will occur in that first turtle.
Interesting choice by Alter Ego to occupy this mid lane, bottom side river bush. Rossi, Crichton, Taz looking for an opportunity. I don't think the Minotaur will be the best target, but I think with the damage that they have, they should be able to at least bait out a flicker. And that they do. They get out a flicker out of Vanstrom, but they lose out on a lot of resources. Mainly, actually, just Taz and Kright's ultimate. That will be back up in a bit. So Nolan just taking the long route over to path back to the turtle. And he will have that red tree, and he will have that ult coming up very soon.
Let's see here. It's a setup though. Rossi jumping in.
No explosion. Mortal Coil, but a penalty zone. Koff catches them in the back. Vanstrom! Well, Minions Fury slams his hammer down. Kright gets the first blood though, able to find one. Demonic Force over to Rossi. Still gonna be trying to get more damage onto Pai, who's still gonna be able to escape on this Terizla. One more Demonic Force proc is ready for him. He jumps in, but unfortunately, that Astro who have been patient with us. Look at the referee up on the stage. We're getting ready to get back in the game.
Oh, that's a new style for 13, man. And let's jump back to the land of Dawn. Right, minute 4 now. Ooh, 3-1 for the side of Alter Ego. Kill-wise.
Did anything happen while we were away? Well, whatever did happen, it's 1K gold lead for Alter Ego. That is what they want. And you can see, right, with the tanking members available, having more security because both the Tigreal and the Terizla have a way to escape technically when there's such low amounts of crowd control coming in from the side of Evos. So they can just walk into the jungle. Look at Pai right now. He's having a field trip. He's setting up camp.
Yep, top side has been ignored for now. For the side of Evos, waiting for what's to set up the next turtle. Let's see though, who will grab it? Vandal already poking around the second turtle.
Veldoro's getting chunked as well by the Cursed Blast. Rossi's holding on his position. Van trying to find the time to use that Mortal Coil to deny the implosion play. The good Astral Echo reveals 4 of them. Pai still holding onto that bush. Nino, 1 level down, Super Red, and Evos Glory. They're holding on to this turtle still. Pai with penalty zone now onto the back. Super Red still going to be able to kite back right now as Rossi pops in the implosion. Only to 1 member onto Van, and they burst him down as quickly as he got imploded. Veldora now jumping back and forth with a Demonic Force. Vanstrom going to be slain by Nino on the Zaman Force. Veldora's all alone, but he has a Demonic Force now onto Taz, onto Nino. Who's he going to choose? He's not going to be able to do more damage as he's going to be bursted down by the likes of Nino. The snipe not connecting. 1 more shot. Taz finds the turtle. Veldora, 1 HP, barely gets out. Who won that?
Of course, it's Alter Ego, right? We are going back.
Let's see it.
To the land of Dawn. Ooh, the new style of the Marshall. We like it. Let's just jump to the game. Minute number 6 now. It's 5-2 kill-wise economy. Just 2,500 gold lead ahead for the side of Alter Ego.
Small beginnings, but they're opening the map now with Pai and Rossi. Van, as you can see, just not enough damage. Whoa, that is aggressive from the Sir himself. But now everyone's rotating, and I think they'll back away. What was that? That was... You talk about mind games, Mirko. I mean, Evos are definitely worried now.
Well, Purify, very early Warlord going to be chased down under the Torn the Fracture as well. Taz takes Warlord down, even Van falling up top. Zaman Force to be popped in. Vanstrom, 3-man Minion Fury. But it's all just a disengage to get Super Red to the safety of his tier 2.
You can see Evos, they are lacking in that firepower, right? As we about to enter that mid-game. Alter Ego, they don't mind, right? They want to fight. Seeing their
goes, well, you can still be a menace in the late game. And I would even add that a good Nolan pressuring you from the sides, from the flanks, kind of corrals you towards a more concentrated position, and that's where the Terizla and the Tigreal can really punish that. So it's a multifaceted approach coming in from Alter Ego.
And you can see here already, all the tier 1s for the side of Evos Glory officially taken out by the side of Alter Ego. They already control pull the jungles of Evos Glory. Things are slowly going bad to worse here.
I mean, that's how the snowball works. 5K gold advantage. Taking out of the emblems by GamesMax. And honestly, for the most part, I'm still impressed with how many impure rages are available on this game. It seems like Evos in particular are trying to go for a sustain heavy strategy, use the Minotaur to sustain some damage, and then just slowly but surely chip away the health bars before they go for a decisive fight. That works, but I don't know if they can work as well against two massive engage tools, 3 if you include the Vexana.
3-level gap 2 for the junglers. Vanis 3 levels down on a Martis against a Nolan. It's definitely not something you would expect or something you would want actually for the Martis being that far down. A 5.7k gold lead and the Lord is about to spawn. This snowball, what time will Evos need to stall this game to be able to actually fight back again?
Well, it depends. If Ultimate can deny all the gold income, deny everything in the jungle right here, they're pretty much prioritizing clearing Evos' jungle instead of their own, just to ensure that Evos get strangled that much harder. So, the better they do that, the longer Evos must buy time, for sure.
I think that was the plan B, and also the contingency, right? Just to drag this game out as long as possible. As Alter Ego, okay. Uncontested Lord, of course, the first Lord. But Alter Ego, they just want to end this game ASAP.
Now he's 4 levels up. Taz, Warlord, if he walks up, he's gonna be dead. Fracture instantly taken out inside of the tier 2 in the range. Doesn't matter. Holy moly, that damage.
Nope, nope, no.
Can't do that.
Action whatsoever. That was dirty there by Taz. And with the Lord now marching, sure, it's the first Lord, but with a man down, it seems like they will let go all of the tier 2s as well.
And that's what you love from Taz, right? All the way since the beginning of his career. He just knows how to play aggressively, and he's relatively consistent, man. Going for all his risky plays, and still, when it goes south, he is still relevant at every point in the game, unless it's just way out of control. So with that play right there, you can see Evos, they are fearing for their lives. They have no idea where this man is.
Well, they don't. It seems like both teams are just hovering around. Alter Ego, they're trying to suffocate Evos Glory more. Base Third passive downstairs, taken out, or triggered. But yeah, it seems like Base Turrets here for side of Evos Glory will still be up for now.
Oh, the poke down onto Veldora forces him back. Still 2 waves coming down mid and actually bot and top. They're gonna be able to crack a base turret open with just the first Lord. They're still looking for more here. Mid lane's gonna be shoved in. I think for Alter Ego, they might want to go for 2 base turrets.
I think soon the ultimate from Krite will be up again, and you can see he's just spamming it out every time it's available. Just Eternal Guard, everyone backs away, they go for objective. It's the same plan, and it's working great for Alter Ego. 2 base turrets, Mirko.
It seems like here
One more to go.
One more. Top lane now. They are trying to defend this. Take a look at the defense by Evos Glory. Oh, take a look at Talon's prediction here. Me and Mirko say, but Arashi opted for the 2-0 sweep for Alter Ego.
It's looking good for me, but whenever you see a talent prediction by Mirko, you do want to take it with a grain of salt, right? We know.
You know, man.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Pi has the Immortal. Could actually go for big engage here, but they might just want to take it a bit slower. They're not in any rush right now. 12 minutes in, 10,000 gold lead. They've taken 2 base turrets, and they've gone the last one down quite low. 20 seconds for the Lord, so they don't even need to wait that long. They're not even freezing it. They're continuously just shoving. Let's take a look at those items.
Well, the gold lead is just very depressing, especially in the jungle. One more item left for Taz to reach his final form. It's probably going to be more damage, man. Let's be real. They don't really have any way to really counter him, to really punish him. That's just the way it is. Now, you see a lot of Radiant armors being built by Evos as well, by the way. I don't know if that's the way to go. I guess the glowing one, I guess it is a great item.
Well, now, of course, it's going to be a free second Lord for the side of Alter Ego. Question is, will they be able to pull the trigger and end the game, right? Evos Glory, seeing their items earlier. Super Red, short 2 items from being at full. I think they still have a chance here to hold and clear the Lord fast, right? They have a carry. They have Novaria as well. That burst and DPS, good combination. As long as they are still alive, they will be able to defend this one.
Base turret gonna go down. Evos Glory, they say we're gonna try to just defend the base. Enhanced Lord in the mid lane, marching down. Veldora still holding on to the Demonic Force. Man's gonna be chunked down. Eternal Guard in the back line as well. Super Red Force back already so low. You know, Demonic Force still. Implosion out of the two, locking him down. But Demonic Force still for Veldora, will still not be able to help him survive. As a double kill picked up by Krite. And it's a 14-minute end for Game 1 for Alter.